with the trend that both Hero Motocorp as well as TVS Motor are showing in terms of very strong operational performance when it comes to the earnings season, especially Q4 FY21. Remember the context that we entered Q4 FY21 into: number one, very strong commodity headwinds, supply chain disruptions, whole host of manpower shortages, given the fact that the second wave of the coronavirus was something that had already descended upon the companies as well as most of the plants. Maintenance shutdowns, weak wholesale numbers, all of this were what most of the two-wheelers, three-wheelers, passenger vehicles were actually facing. Now, despite all of that, Hero Motocorp as well as TVS Motor, Hero Motocorp as well, have actually managed to show significant amount of resilience, especially when it comes to the operating margins. Operating margins were expected to actually see significant headwinds and significant decline, given the fact that when you're talking about the entire commodity price inflation that we are seeing across the globe. Talking about Hero Motocorp standalone review, you're talking about the revenues jumping up almost 39%, coming in a little over 8,680 crore. Core EBITDA has jumped up 83%, coming in at a little over 1,110 crore. Margins have jumped up and seen over a 300 basis points expansion, coming in at 13.9%. Profitability up 40%, coming in at 865 crore rupees. Now, what the company is saying, especially when it comes to the current demand environment, one of the most important developments is that Dr. Pawan Munjal has been reappointed as the chairman and CEO for another 5 years. The company says it has grown its market share in both motorcycles as well as the scooter segment. The company is also growing in the premium segment with strategic partnership with Harley-Davidson. Not only that, the company says that they remain cautiously optimistic on the demand for personal mobility. They are quite wary, given the fact that we are seeing the spread of the second wave of the coronavirus and localized lockdowns are increasing. They also expect to launch the first electric vehicle in the coming financial year itself. They are expecting and have started looking at some amount of normalcy from the second quarter onwards. They say that the recovery triggers are a healthy monsoon, a strong harvest season, as well as a rebound in GDP. Goldman Sachs has written a note after the strong performance by Hero Motor. They say that they maintain their neutral stance. They've kept the target price at 3,110 rupees a share. They say the Q4 was ahead, led by a 4% revenue beat on back of a 4.7% sequential expansion in the average selling price, or the ASP. The company has seen stable product mix between the quarters. So Q3 and Q4 has actually seen a stable product mix. They say that the company has managed to maintain steady gross margin on a sequential basis despite sharp surge in commodity prices. They say that EBITDA elevated despite elevated discounts and offers during this particular quarter. They believe that higher dispatches of